let's not forget when Klopp was leaving, Alonso was the first choice replacement, not slot. Now Alonso joins Chelsea. Hard to see a suitable replacement. And me and Doyle and Greg were speaking off camera before. Now Alonso has gone to Chelsea. He can never manage Liverpool now.
That's a lie.
He can never manage Liverpool now.
You're not being too emotional.
No, I don't think.
You guys are.
Look at Doyle.
You guys are. Come on.
Why?
Don't be silly, guys.
Do
Do you know what it is? There's actually not enough managers out there for you to make a statement like that, because at the end of the day, quality always chats. And if he has a serious stint at Chelsea, and then it comes to a natural end, and then there's a job in between, and you guys are looking for a manager, and the options ain't there.
Yeah, but right now, never again.
Right now,
what if he gets never again?
I get the emotion of it, but. If we're talking credentials, as you
credentials. So Matisse, after the game you gutted, you've lost an FA Cup final, but then Xabi Alonso agrees to become Chelsea manager next season.
Yeah,
I mean the timing of it's obviously it's a big softener to losing the FA Cup final at the time they put it out. But because I remember on this show last week you were saying like you don't think Alonso would come to Chelsea.
Yeah, I was shocked.
And now look, what's happening?
Well, yeah, I mean it's cheeky from them. But at least it's actually true. Do you know what I mean? At least it wasn't just like reports and you know trying to calm us all down. They actually got the deal done, which, like I said, I was shocked by. I didn't expect them to agree because I just didn't think they'd give him the manager term over the head coach term. I think that's the first time they've really done that. So obviously we have to see action in the summer over words. But the fact that they've agreed something, I'd like to think Xabi Alonso, very intelligent. Obviously done great at Leverkusen, then managed Real Madrid. I think we can all see that didn't really go to plan.
I think he had 72%.
Yeah, he had win rate.
It wasn't his fault.
A great win rate.
What happened at Real Madrid does not reflect adversely
on him. No. Clearly, there's obviously a bigger issue at play. That's why they brought in Jose Mourinho today. But for him to look at the state we're in this season, where we are in the league, how we've been moving in the transfer market, the managerial appointments, and agree something with them, I'd like to hope from his side he must have agreed really good things.
Certain things.
Yeah, certain things that mean this summer is going to be different to what we've seen in the previous summers, because we can't carry on recruiting the way we've been recruiting. So I'm excited, man. This is like top shelf in terms of this is as good as we could have got. You know, when you've got someone coming in with that CV, the experience that he has as a player, who he's worked under as a player, Mourinho, Ancelotti, Benitez. And then obviously we need a football person in the building, somebody that understands the sport properly, and he's got a reputation. So I hope that he's going to want to keep that intact, which means we're going to have to almost raise our levels. So yeah, it's promising.
This is interesting, man, because there's one side of it where obviously we keep laughing at Chelsea, look at them, keep making bad decisions, look at them now, I lost the final. Then obviously it lands and you go,
Quite serious, isn't it?
Because Chelsea, that's a weird institution whereby you can kind of count them out all the time, say that this, say that, and they find a way to either get trophies or obviously keep spending money. But I think this actually doesn't really fall into like this yes man. Obviously, it's going to go and get, people were saying Gary O'Neill. No, you're right. This is like the best you could get out of that. And changing the title, I think we said about them saying reflection. This is a time of self-reflection.
Look in the mirror.
And then you go, whatever, you're just lying. But then this is the first sign of a change of direction. So it's a big if they give him the tools and let him be the manager,
I don't think he would come otherwise.
He wouldn't have come. So if they
doesn't need
so if they do,
they've got
you're right.
so much to prove.
It could go right, but you can't. Yeah, if I was in your thing, it's like in your like you're not just going to win me over because you did this one thing, or like you need to see who you sell, who you buy to see if it's really serious. But if they do it right,
it could be good.
There could be a problem next year, definitely, especially with one game a week, maybe
potentially, most likely.
You'll have all that time to focus in the domestic, so you get higher up the league. Because what happens is when you have one game a week, you might throw the cups. You might do a better job than that.
I'd like to think
you do a better. You won't go out both domestic cups early, but even just while everyone's in Europe,
in August.
you put the kids out in the conference if you get that, because you might slide into the conference, which not good enough for Chelsea. But the one game a week in the Prem, while we're all sort of
doing our thing,
doing things, other stuff.
Where are you going?
Oh yeah, no, not you.
Not I. I'll be having one game a week.
While all the big men them are in the Champions League, just flying
big
around.
Big man
I mean,
next season is very interesting.
When you say the problem, what do you mean a problem though? They're not going to compete for the league.
Well, no, do you know what, actually? Not a problem like that. But in terms of just the project of Xabi Alonso, it's still early. Yeah, but like they can, this complete laughing stock of an abomination of football club, they can easily just not be that
100%.
next year.
We shouldn't be
with
that.
him.
Like,
yeah,
really,
you shouldn't.
I mean, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money. There's
Well,
no,
they like to do that.
no, but let's be honest. There ain't players there that are going to push
There's
you
a-
top one, top two. Really.
What are the
There's not
youngest
enough of them.
youngest squads?
There's a lot of work to do. But if Pep does leave, there's no manager in this league to be feared anymore. Like, realistically, there's no.
Could I ask, what do you think your aspirations will be next?
It all depends on the market. If I had it my way and we didn't have any caps and restrictions with UEFA and we didn't blow all our money and we didn't have all these financial issues that we potentially probably have, I would be saying 1 game a week you need to be challenging for the league because
No trophies, no?
well, obviously you want the cups every season. You want the cups. Doesn't matter what's going on. You want a cup double.
Okay,
like you had was fantastic.
What do you think is his bottom line achievement?
His bottom line is Champions League,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah,
not
of
something
course.
to be aiming for with 1 game a week. If you're
Yeah,
aiming
you've
for
got that much time.
if you're aiming for that right without the window even started, I think you're making excuses for yourself. You're making things too easy, and that's part of the problem. If you're going to change the culture of the club, yes, you can say to Xabi Alonso to go in there and change the culture, but the culture comes from the top. So that means people don't go into dressing rooms after games. That means that you do have ambition to challenge for the league, even if you are aiming for the stars and you land on the moon, as they say.
Yeah.
You put that energy into the dressing room to say these are the expectations, these are the standards, and we're going to back you with the players coming in, key players that are going to. Cole Palmer, you're not having a good game. You're like Foden, cool, Cherky's there.
Yeah.
Like that is the mentality that needs to come back. And until I see that, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't
not
get
gonna
carried
start doing up the happy clapping.
Very serious analysis on today's show. We're actually a serious football show.
How long is that gonna last?
Probably 2 minutes till I read these super chats. Now.
Well, we've got to
Probably.
get to Liverpool, so he's got to dissect every single word. of what
Absolutely.
Mo Salah's been saying
I
and
can't
what's been
wait.
Going on.
I cannot
so
wait, my
more
friend.
analysis coming. Stay
Analysis.
tuned.
Exactly. Seriousness is back
Once in
and
a
in
while, we do
style.
have a serious show.
Yeah, it's good. We should
Yeah.
do it.
It's not often.
No.
But
I mean,
once
the
in a
video
while.
we saw before this show is definitely not serious.
I wish we could have.
I wish we can
I
play
think
that
we've
to
used
the
up our
public.
unseriousness for that. That's why we've got nothing
It was
left but
it was very good.
That's it. Shout
I'm
out
sure
to.
we'll get to see a different version of it.
I'm sure something will be
Of my
allowed to. Well, you. Okay. I didn't say what it was.
I mean, they now had an accident.
Shout out to Liam, gold level member.
Big up Liam.
Not Liam Rosina, no. Liam Larment.
He probably is a
Shout
gold
out.
level member.
Probably is. Probably listening to him for tactical advice. Tanish says Morgan Gibbs White better get a call up. Foden Palmer better not.
Agreed.
May 11 says, where was Salah when Liverpool finished 5th under Klopp? Where was Salah moaning when Liverpool finished 3rd with the same team slot who won the league? Callum McFar. Plan.
It's mad. Like
Can I just say though something that we picked up on, something that we said in the studio when we did the watch.
dark.
Pep and especially your guy McFar. What are they playing? At? How can he?
No suits.
A show